Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on POSHMARK, and today I wanted to talk about the truth about selling on POSHMARK. I've seen so many things going around recently, and these are just more general tips that you need to follow in order to have success on the platform that a lot of people don't realize or consider. So if you think this is going to be an interesting video, definitely feel free to like it and make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss a future video that I do here on this channel. So the first truth about being a reseller or being a seller on Poshmark is you need to be active and you need to be engaged with your audience, meaning your customers. So you need to be active, you need to be sharing your closet, you need to be participating, such as, doing those live shows or sharing your listings or doing those community shares or responding to comments. Like, these are all things that are really important, and Poshmark does reward those accounts that are active. So you really need to make sure you're doing those things because, again, Poshmark is a very social platform and it rewards accounts for being social. So the more times you share your listings throughout the day, the more times your items are going to show up at the top of those search results for those listings, and that's going to actually help you make more sales. So it is so crucial to be active on the platform, and it is so important to be answering any questions that your buyers have, because again, no one's going to want to shop from you if you're not, responding to their questions or if you're not active on the app. I personally look for ship time when I'm purchasing on Poshmark, and I also look to see when they were last active. Now, if they were last active a couple days ago or maybe a month ago or even longer than that, I'm probably not going to shop from their closet. And also, if they have a very slow ship time, I'm probably not likely to purchase as well because I want to get my items quick. And I know that you don't have to have a super speedy ship time on Poshmark, but now that we can get things very quickly, I just feel like it's only fair to kind of expect things within a week or so of purchasing. So, and I know I've waited way longer than that for a lot of purchases, so I really do look for ship time now, and I say if anything is greater than maybe 2 or 3 days, I probably won't shop from that closet. And I know a lot of other people feel the same way. So that's why these things are so important to remember and do on Poshmark. The next truth is it kind of does pay to be a Posh ambassador. So what I mean by this is I used to think it wasn't really that important to become a Posh ambassador. I used to think it really was nothing important, and I just thought it was kind of unnecessary, but it was cool because you got this little badge on your account that like made you stand out. But like, I'm starting to realize that you get access to a lot of things before other people do. So like, it's actually really good to have. You get access to, new features or surveys or PoshFest tickets or, announcements or things like that before anybody else does. And so I just find it really great. And especially now with this new thing that they released a couple weeks back with the basically giving a free discounted shipping to all sellers who are Posh ambassadors on the platform until the end of the year. So this $5.95 discounted shipping applies to anyone that is a Posh ambassador, and it applies to any purchase from their closet. So if someone was going to purchase from you through a full price sale, a live sale, an offer sale, or a bundle sale, they will get that discounted shipping automatically applied to their order. So I think this is just a great way to really entice people to want to shop from your closet, especially with these new fees that Poshmark has released. People don't want to shop from closets when they have, a really expensive ship and also all these fees on top of it. And I also think it's great that Poshmark is covering that couple dollars right there, because it definitely makes it a little easier and it's better for sellers because they, don't have to lose as much money on the sale. So it does pay off to be a Posh ambassador. You do get priority and you basically get access to things before other people do. And honestly, when I'm shopping from people on Poshmark, I look to see if you're a Posh ambassador, because to me, you are a little bit more trustworthy as a seller. So it definitely does pay off to become one, and I think it's relatively easy to do. You just have to follow the steps, and then you can become a Posh ambassador. The next truth to reselling on Poshmark is you really just can't get offended by those lowball offers. And I know so many people that continually get offended by them, and they just don't like them, and they get frustrated, and they think it's like really mean and offensive that someone's doing that. And honestly, I used to think that way. I used to get really offended, and I've gotten to the point where it's like some days I'm just grateful for any offer, because nowadays it's so hard to get offers and it's hard to get sales. So I think I'm just happy getting an offer at all, because that shows that somebody is interested in my closet. And especially given the higher fees. I think a lot of people are going to be sending out these lowball offers to people because they want to make up for the fact that they are paying more for the shipping and the fees. So there are going to be an increased lowball offers that are coming out, but again, you can counter those and maybe you can meet in the middle. And honestly, sometimes I'm really tempted to accept a lowball offer if it's on an item that has been sitting for a very long time. So it's not always a bad thing, and it's not always a personal attack. People are just looking to get a good deal. The economy is not great, and there's a lot of things that, you know, make it so people don't have a lot of money to spend, and so people are just looking to get a good deal. And so honestly, I don't really get offended by them anymore, and it's not a personal attack. They are just looking to get a good deal, just like anybody else is out there. Hey, they're shooting their shot. You can't be mad at them for at least attempting. Just counter if you can't accept, but never decline, because that really affects you in the algorithm. The next truth to reselling on Poshmark is you're never going to be able to please everyone, and that's just a given. So you can't take those reviews too seriously, because most of the time people are going to nitpick things for things that don't matter or that aren't a big deal, and people are likely to say, you know, oh, I don't like this item, and then give you a bad rating, or oh, these don't fit me like the other brand does, and give you a bad rating, or whatever the case may be. They're gonna be nitpicky, but the truth is that ratings that are under a 4-star rating, you do not show up to other people that are shopping from your closet. And this is kind of because Poshmark knows that there are going to be unreasonable reviews that come in, so only those 4 or 5-star love notes come in and people could see those. So if you get a ridiculous review that's 1, 2, or 3-star, it's not going to show up on your account. People are not going to see it. It will show up as a total in your total reviews, but it will not show up for somebody else that is shopping from your closet. So you don't have to worry about when somebody gives you a bad rating. I know it kind of just like it sucks to see, and it's not a good feeling, and I always want to like message them and ask like what I could do to make them rate me higher, but really it's not a big deal. And if you have a lot of ratings, one star or a couple 3 stars, like that's not going to affect your ratings that badly. So it's really not a big deal, and you don't have to take it too serious, because those ratings don't really mean a lot. The next truth to selling on Poshmark is you need to have fair pricing, and you need to be sending out offers. Especially nowadays, the market is so saturated, and the fees are high, and the shipping is high, and people could get things basically on any platform. So if you want your closet to stand out, you need to have fair pricing, and you need to be sending out offers. I find that if I'm not sending out offers, I'm not making any sales, and my offers are pretty reasonable most of the time. So it's not even like, you know, I'm sending out these crazy low offers and I'm just like making very minimal sales from it. I'm making good sales, and so I just think sending out an offer, somebody is going to be more enticed to want to purchase if you send them an offer on a listing that they liked. And the final truth to Poshmark, and this one is not the best one to hear, but it's kind of the truth, is to have the most success, you need to do what the platform wants you to do. And so you need to do what the platform is pushing, such as promoted closets or Posh shows, or, you know, even just paying for a VA is also really good. So I think these are things that, you know, people don't like, and people don't like having promoted closets. They don't like doing Posh shows. But in reality, Poshmark is really favoriting and rewarding those accounts that use those. And I made a video earlier this year saying, you know, what the future of reselling on Poshmark was going to be like this year. And I said that you needed to focus on the things that Poshmark was really pushing, which was those promoted closets and those Posh shows. And they really are pushing that, and that is really valid to this day. And I've been finding that I've been doing a lot more silence recently, and I've been actually making a lot more sales than I was prior. And I think Poshmark is like kind of favoriting my account a little bit because I'm doing those Posh shows. And so if you don't like being on camera, if you don't want to do an actual live, you can easily do a silent live. I find them to be pretty easy to do, and they're not that stressful or anything. So I really recommend, you know, doing those if you want. I think it's going to help Poshmark push your closet in the right direction and really get more eyes on your closet. So if you're not doing those things that Poshmark really favors, then you might have a hard time selling on Poshmark. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope these truths are things that you can take into consideration while selling on Poshmark. And I hope maybe you make a change to your closet and use. If you want to see another video on proven ways to make more sales on Poshmark, you can click right here. And if you want to see another video on new features that have been released to Poshmark recently, you can click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.